The story of Harry Potter. What if one small letter could change your entire life forever? What if everything you believed about yourself was only a small part of a much bigger truth? And what if, without knowing it, you were the only person who could stand against a darkness that was growing stronger every day? Hello, my name is Harry Potter. This is the story of a boy who lived in silence, who grew up without love, and who one day discovered that his life was never ordinary. Harry Potter did not grow up in a warm or happy home. He lived with his aunt, uncle, and cousin in a quiet neighborhood where everything looked normal from the outside, but inside the house things were very different. While his cousin had toys, attention, and freedom, Harry had almost nothing. He slept in a small cupboard under the stairs. It was dark, narrow, and cold, and it felt more like a box than a room. Every night he lay there listening to the sounds of the house, wondering why his life felt so different from everyone else's. His aunt and uncle did not treat him like family. They treated him like a problem. They told him to stay quiet, to stay out of the way, and to never ask questions. Harry learned to live in silence. He learned to accept things without understanding them. But deep inside, he always felt that something was not right. Strange things happened around him. Small things at first, things that could not be explained easily. His hair grew back overnight after a bad haircut. Glass disappeared suddenly when he was scared. Once he found himself on a roof without knowing how he got there. These moments were confusing, but they also felt important. His aunt and uncle were afraid of these things. They tried to control him even more. They did not want the truth to come out. But the truth was already on its way. On the morning of his 11th birthday, Harry received a letter. It was not like any letter he had ever seen. The paper was thick, the writing was neat and green, and it carried a feeling of importance. The letter was from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Before Harry could read it, his uncle quickly took it away. He looked angry and afraid. He tried to pretend that nothing had happened. But more letters came. They came through the door. They came through the windows. They came down the chimney like falling snow. No matter what his uncle did, he could not stop them. It was as if the world was trying to reach Harry no matter what. Finally, his uncle decided to run away from everything. He took the family to a small, empty place far from the city. He believed that distance would solve the problem, but he was wrong. On a stormy night, when the wind was strong and the waves hit the walls of the house, someone knocked on the door. The door opened. A large man stepped inside. His name was Rubeus Hagrid. He looked at Harry with kind eyes and a warm smile. "Harry," he said gently, "you are a wizard." Those words changed everything. For a moment, Harry could not speak. He had spent his whole life feeling different, but now he finally understood why. Hagrid told him about the magical world. He told him about Hogwarts, a school where young witches and wizards learned magic. He told him about his parents, who were not ordinary people, but talented and respected wizards. Harry listened carefully. Every word felt like a missing piece of a puzzle. Then Hagrid told him something else, something darker. Harry's parents were killed by a powerful dark wizard named Lord Voldemort. This name was feared across the magical world. People did not say it out loud. They spoke of him in whispers. Voldemort wanted power. He wanted control. He believed that only the strong should survive. One night, he went to Harry's house. He killed Harry's parents. Then he tried to kill Harry. But something unexpected happened. The spell failed, Harry survived, and Voldemort disappeared. No one understood how a small baby could survive such a powerful attack. But from that night, Harry became known as the boy who lived. Harry did not feel like a hero. He felt confused, he felt small, but his journey had already begun. Soon after, Harry left the only life he had ever known and entered a new world. When he arrived at Hogwarts, everything felt magical and alive. The castle was huge and full of secrets. The stairs moved, the portraits spoke, the air felt different. For the first time in his life, Harry felt like he belonged somewhere. He met two people who would change his life forever: Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. Ron was kind, loyal, and sometimes funny. Hermione was intelligent, brave, and always ready to help. Together, they formed a strong friendship. But Hogwarts was not only a place of learning, it was also a place of danger. In his first year, Harry discovered that something valuable was hidden inside the school. Someone was trying to steal it. Harry and his friends decided to stop it. They faced challenges, solved problems, and showed courage far beyond their age. At the end, Harry came face to face with Voldemort once again, or at least a part of him. It was a moment of fear, but also of strength. Harry survived, and the story continued. As the years passed, the danger grew. Harry faced many difficult moments. He learned more about the magical world, but also about himself. He discovered that his connection to Voldemort was not gone, it was still there. In his second year, a hidden chamber was opened, and students were attacked. Fear returned to Hogwarts. Harry entered the chamber and faced a deadly creature. He showed bravery and saved a life. In his third year, Harry learned about a man named Sirius Black. At first, he believed Sirius was dangerous, but the truth was different. Sirius was connected to his family. He was someone who cared about Harry. For the first time, Harry felt a real connection to his past. In his fourth year, Harry was forced to compete in a dangerous tournament. The tasks were difficult and life-threatening. At the end of the tournament, Voldemort returned. This time he was stronger. Harry saw death. He felt fear, but he did not give up. From that moment, everything changed. The world outside did not want to believe the truth. Many people refused to accept that Voldemort was back. Harry felt alone again, but he was no longer the boy under the stairs. He was stronger. In his fifth year, Harry helped others prepare for what was coming. He created a group where students learned how to defend themselves. At the same time, he struggled with his emotions. He felt anger, confusion, and pressure. He began to understand that his connection with Voldemort was deeper than he thought. In his sixth year, Harry discovered the secret to Voldemort's power. Voldemort had hidden parts of his soul in objects called Horcruxes. As long as they existed, Voldemort could not truly die. Harry knew what he had to do. In his final journey, Harry left Hogwarts with Ron and Hermione. They searched for the Horcruxes. The journey was long and dangerous. They faced fear, hunger, and loss, but they stayed together. One by one, they destroyed the Horcruxes. Each step brought them closer to the end. Finally, the last battle began at Hogwarts. The castle became a battlefield. Students and teachers stood together. Harry walked forward, knowing he might not return. He faced Voldemort one last time. It was not just a battle of magic, it was a battle of beliefs. Voldemort believed in fear. Harry believed in love. In the end, Harry understood something important. The thing that protected him as a baby was still inside him: love. With courage and hope, Harry faced his enemy, and this time he did not fall. Voldemort was defeated, the darkness ended, the world could finally breathe again. Harry Potter, the boy who once lived in a cupboard under the stairs, became a symbol of hope. But his story was never about power. It was about choice. It was about standing up, even when you are afraid. And that is how an ordinary boy became a legend. And that was the story of Harry Potter. A story about a boy who started with nothing, but changed everything. If you enjoyed this story and want to improve your English with more powerful and emotional stories like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support helps this channel grow and reach more people around the world. And remember, it's not just about learning English, it's about discovering new worlds through stories. See you in the next story.